What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, to the holotables? Now, as I was going through my sector videos, I've only got my sector 1 video out now, as working on the others, and I realized there's some really easy global feats that we can get done in sector 1 that can massively improve your progress through conquest as a whole, alright? So I thought I'd get this one out now to help you for the rest of the 2 weeks that we have. Roll it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Conquest. So the 2 feats that we are looking to get done today are critical success, which is gain advantage 200 times, and off target, attempt to inflict accuracy down 100 times. Now, both of these feats open up later feats that you need to unlock anyway. Listen, you do the advantage one, you get booming voice. It's a really powerful data disc that you can equip for the rest of your conquest and have a great time with. But not only that, having booming voice allows you to actually get this feat up here, which gives you 15 conquest key cards, helps you get that red box easier, no problem. The accuracy down one gives you deployable cooling systems, which is a really broken consumable, to be honest. It'll let you cheese some feats later on, but also using it gives you an extra 15 key cards. And the good thing about this is with this setup in this team I'm going to show you now, it allows you to get both of those feats done in one battle at the same time. And if it's not done in one battle, it will be done in 2 at most. Pretty easily done, pretty easily accessible, okay? The only thing that we need to think about is the key cards that we've got, the data discs, sorry. Now, Ruthless Swiftness is the key here. You need to have some Ruthless Swiftness data discs. If you've got Unstable Decelerator over here, let me just hide my camera. If you've got Unstable Decelerator, this means whenever we deal damage to an enemy, we're going to strip some turn meter from them, okay? That's super valuable, but these are all you need. Any sort of Ruthless Swiftness will do. I'm not quite sure how many. We'll test it in a second. I'll show you some of the feats now. We are going to go up against the boss node in Sector 1, the very end boss node here. The reason I chose this is because the boss nodes have got 10-minute timers on them, okay? Longer timer means longer time for us to get the feats and apply those buffs and debuffs, all right? This one also has Barrisoffy, which is going to keep that team alive. So we're basically going to create an infinite turn meter loop. However, you can do it on earlier nodes if you want to, if you happen to see something that's going to survive. Now, really, you need to have some sort of team with Barris, or potentially like a crew team might be able to deal with it, but I would highly advise, maybe even like a Star Killer team over here, I highly advise just getting to the end of Sector 1 and doing it here. So the team we're going to be using is this. We're going in with Geobrood Alpha, Geonosian Spy, Geonosian Soldier. These guys are going to be attacking all of the time. They're going to be attacking, they're going to be assisting, they're going to be doing damage. It doesn't matter about their damage. You could probably drop Spy and throw in Sunfac if you want, or you could throw in any of the Geos, maybe Poggle or something like that, right? After that, we're using First Order TIE Pilot. Weird, right? First Order TIE Pilot. Why do we use First Order TIE Pilot? Well, basically, First Order TIE Pilot, over here, I don't even have his Zeta applied. That's wild, isn't it? Anyway, this part here. TIE Pilot has 15% crit chance and 20% crit damage. Gains advantage for 3 turns whenever an enemy falls below 100% health. We're essentially going to be constantly triggering that 100% health every single time we take a turn, and he's going to be gaining advantage constantly, okay? The other one over here, the reason why we are using Scout, it doesn't have to be Scout. There is one other character that we can use. That's going to be Cad Bane, okay? The reason I'm choosing Scout is because on Scout's basic, deal physical damage to the target enemy and inflict accuracy down for 2 turns. That's our source of accuracy down. You can also do this, like I said, with Cad Bane. All right, Cad Bane does the exact same thing. On a basic over here, deal physical damage to target enemy, 65% chance to attack again. It inflicts accuracy down on target enemy for 2 turns. So you can use Cad Bane. You don't have Scout? Use Cad Bane. Scout is a little bit different, a little bit better, simply because it can apply a daze, okay? Let's roll the footage then, shall we? So you've already seen the data disk setup. We already know what we're going to be doing. All you want to do is survive this opener, and you want to get one character, most likely Mace Windu, out of his protection so you start dealing damage to his health. As soon as we start dealing damage to his health, we are going to start gaining turn meter constantly, okay? So I lost my pre-taunt, I resummon it. Then we're going to just deal some damage, I'm going to call some assists. Mace Windu is now dropped below 100% health. and I'm just putting on auto basic. Now watch Mace Windu's health up here. Watch this. He's gaining and losing health all the time. All the time. Every time that's triggering, it's triggering our data discs. Our data discs are feeding us a bunch of turn meter every single time that happens, and it happens multiple times every time we do attacks. Because of all of these assists, it should also work with like a Mon Mothma team. You just want a team that does lots of attacks and doesn't do a lot of damage, okay? And every time that we're doing that, if you take a look at First Order TIE Pilot over here, can you see him constantly gaining advantage? Constantly gaining advantage. Every time that our Scout Trooper over here takes a turn in basics, he's actually applying accuracy down over here. And you can just leave this like this for 8 minutes. Now, what I realized halfway through this is that Scout has another benefit. And that other benefit is on Scout's first special, or second special, in fact, Scout can apply daze. So I thought, well, you know what? I can actually just daze the enemy Barriss Offee. I can daze the enemy Barriss Offee, and that then is going to make sure she never takes a turn, because eventually she will gain some turn meter and take a turn and start interrupting. You see her doing it there. So I decided to take it off basic auto in a second, and we start to apply daze. Let's skip to that. So here we go. I take it off auto, I go over to Barriss Offee, I use that second special, call in anybody. I decided to call in TIE Pilot just to gain some advantage. Boom, she's got daze. Now you can just put it right back. Oh, I accidentally put it on full auto here. I didn't realize. This is where I did a bit of a boo-boo, because you don't want to leave it on full auto, because Spy will actually use that first special and will one-tap Mace Windu and just defeat him, and then Anakin will take a bonus turn like that. That's when I was like, oops, didn't realize I'd left it on full auto. Take it off full auto, put it right back on Anakin. Make sure you do hard target a character, and then you can just leave it run for the entire 7 minutes and 30 seconds that I've got left. They'll never lose a unit, they'll never die, and you will constantly be gaining advantage and constantly be applying accuracy down. One battle for 10 minutes should be more than enough to gain all of those feats done and dusted, all 200 of your 200 of your advantage ups, all 100 of your accuracy downs. Really shouldn't be too hard of a deal there. Now, if this isn't working out for you for some reason, or you don't happen to have Cad Bane, or you don't happen to have Scout, or whatever case may be, or you don't have this particular First Order setup, you can do a really weird, funky setup where you go up against like Ewoks, or you go up against a Mon Mothma team with a Darth Maul lead and Sith with Malak, which is what I did here, basically. I just threw in Darth Maul with Malak, and I placed the recovery tech on Malak, and that's kind of it. Every time these Ewoks are attacking, basically, if ever they crit my Malak, he is going to stealth, and then he's immediately going to cleanse that stealth, and he's going to taunt. And when he does that, under Maul's leadership, he's going to give himself advantage. It's a dumb way of doing it, but it can work if you don't happen to have First Order for some reason, you know. This can work as well. So if you're stuck without a solution, this is another advantage solution that you can use pretty early on, to be honest. Use it against any sort of team that doesn't do a lot of damage, but does do a lot of attacks. So Mon Mothma and Ewoks are your best bet. Just make sure C-3PO isn't in the Ewok team, because he'll apply confusion to your Malak and then you'll never get the buffs. You don't want any of that business going on, do you? So before we go completely, I want to see if I just have one Ruthless Swiftness, one Unstable Decelerator. Heck, I'll even take off the Unstable Decelerator. We'll just have this one Ruthless Swiftness. Is that enough to make this team work in that exact same way? Let's just go in and check it out. I have a feeling we could still be okay. But I thought I better test it just in case, because I went in obviously in an ideal scenario. Let's now instead see what it's like when you're not in an ideal scenario, as it were. So we'll see if we survive that opener. We should be absolutely fine. You know, maybe they'll kill a unit and that's okay. Let's just wait for us to start getting this ball rolling. Okay, so let's cleanse off everything over here. Focus on getting that one person below 100% health. Wonderful. Yeah, okay, she's fine. We'll just go ahead and call in Scout once again. Let's just do basics over here, see how we're doing. Basics, basics, basics. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I'm trying to get around to Scout's turn so that we can use... Oh, did I use Scout Special? Oh, well, that was silly of me, wasn't it? Let's go ahead and just auto-basic. We'll see what happens. If we auto-basic now, let's bring up the turn meter order over here. It's looking pretty good right now. Only Barriss is threatening to take a turn at the moment. So if we can get back round to a turn with what's-his-face over here, we might actually still be okay. We need to get back around to Scout and get that stun. It'll be the next turn on Scout. But it's looking like we're doing absolutely fine. We're generating enough turn meter from one of our... oh, sugar, I missed it again. From one of our Ruthless Swiftness to basically create an infinite turn meter loop all the same. I'll take it off auto basic now, just so that I can go over here. And let's see, can we just straight up apply some days on Barris? We'll leave it on Barris and we'll go full auto. Let's see how this goes. Check out that turn meter, guys. Mace is threatening to take a turn. No. Mace is threatening to take a turn. No. Mace is threatening to take a turn. No. So we can say that pretty unequivocally. Absolutely fine. You need one Ruthless Swiftness. Don't even need Unstable Decelerator. With this team, you've got it absolutely fine. Absolutely fine to make this happen. Happy. Anyway, that's going to be it. Short and sweet for this one, guys. I just wanted to give you that little bit of cheese, that little bit of Gouda, just to help you guys along in this conquest in the early game. Make sure you give it a like and check out my Sector 1 video if you need help there. And I'll see you all in the very next video. Peace out, and may the Force be with you.